Hey guys, welcome back to Bixby's Beer Reviews. Always wonderful to see you here. Let's get right into it today. We're checking out a collab beer from Southern Grist Brewing Company and from one of my very personal favorite breweries, Aslin Beer Co. Here in the Piedmont where I live in Virginia. This is called Predictable Patterns. It's 8.5% hazy IPA. And it's going to be the second in our entry of specifically New Zealand hops. Today we're checking out Moutere. And I know what the word is spelled like. But it is a Maori word, as many New Zealand hops get their names from that language. I believe it means island, although don't quote me on that. It's comboed here with Citra hops, one which you frequently see it with. Now, Moutere is not the most common New Zealand hop that you'll see. It's pretty recent even for a new hazy hop, but it's one of my very personal favorites. I've even had some single hop ones. They're among my favorite hazy IPAs I've ever had. So had to do Moutere first, but this was always going to be the second one I was going to do. So I'm very excited to share it with you guys. So let's crack this one open and get right into it. As I was saying, this is a collab that Aslin did with Southern Grist Brewing out of Nashville. I've had a lot of interesting stuff from them. You're definitely going to see at least one of their beers later on. But for right now, we'll take a look, but I don't know why, because you know what it is. So let's give it a smell. Ooh. This is a very intense and perfumey beer. And the very first thing I get is a thing that I love about Moutere, which is a wonderful passion fruit aroma. It's sort of a sweet, tropical muskiness that you can't mistake for any other aroma. And it's what Moutere really brings to the table. But it also brings some slightly other, again, more tropical elements. I get a lot of papaya, kind of a melony note on it too. It's almost, one of the ways I like to think of this hop is it's like Strata on steroids, because it just brings so much incredible tropical aroma. But unlike Strata, which I would say is a little bit more balanced and also just a little bit more on the funky side as opposed to being on the aggressively fruity side, this one brings a distinctive grapefruit note that I think is also playing up with a lot of the Citra too. And it's not the sour or pithy grapefruit that you kind of get with a lot of Citra beers. It's much more of like a sweet grapefruit, almost like a grapefruit Jolly Rancher or a grapefruit Starburst is what I'm smelling here. This is an intensely aromatic beer. It's one of the strongest ones I put my nose in for you guys. So without further ado, let's give this one a taste. Ooh, only way I can describe this, hop candy in a glass. So it's a beautiful combination between that grapefruit candy flavor, which is a little bit more sweet, and the musky kind of funky, melony, and passion fruity flavors that we get from the same on the aroma. But it also, there's a deeper dankness to this. It's almost kind of a little bit like weed candy. I don't know how else to describe it. And so it's a very complex and richly flavored beer that really matches up to the aroma. Sometimes we get beers that have really intense aromas, especially hazies, and the flavor isn't quite up to the aroma. That's not necessarily always a flaw. Sometimes I think that can play very well depending on the hops, but here you get big aroma and big flavor right off the bat. And it's a really beautiful combination. So if you're looking to get that passion fruit and grapefruit combination that I really don't think any other hop can bring the way that Moutere does. I mean, this is definitely a beer for you, and it's definitely a hop for you. So if that's something you're looking for, track down some Moutere hops. But in the meantime, always track down BBR. We're here every Thursday and Sunday. Drop any suggestions you got of stuff we want to review down in the comments. And until next time, bye now.